want to show too much.
Well, not your chest as much, but your shorts. Well, you're not flashing people. My name is Critic number 2.
I'm Critic number 1.
And our vacation was interrupted because it was kind of a pitiful request, but the band that you've never heard of, Beloved Binge.
I thought it was Beloved Bitch.
Yeah, no, that's a common mistake. They basically asked for us to share some of their reviews over the years. I mean, it's not going to take long. There's really not too many. I think it's a pathetic attempt to get more press. I don't know. So, the album Blender Theory. Just your honest reactions first.
You know, look at the art.
So you're reviewing the art, not the music. What about the music?
The music, it's dated, obviously. Married on MySpace, the title. It's pretty dated, right?
Who would do that?
I don't know. What kind of
Just
title?
doesn't translate.
It's not timeless.
It's not a lasting song.
No.
Yeah.
And this song, Pumpkin in a Tie, what does that mean?
Well, you're not alone. I'm just going to share a review that specifically mentions Pumpkin in a Tie. What's most striking about this album, however, is that no matter how absurd the lyrics get, parenthesis, pumpkin in a tie, I'm looking at you, the more you want to listen. Oh, it sounds positive.
Oh, that is positive.
That was Duluth Budgeteer.
You got lipstick on your teeth. Just want to point that out. As a critic, I have to.
Can you wipe it? Beloved Binge are an acquired taste like tzatziki sauce. What this review means to me is you can't listen to the band once. You have to listen and torture yourself a few times, and then it'll become a taste you actually like to listen to. And I feel like I'm strangling myself.
You kind of are.
Can you help me here? You help me with the lipstick. Thank you.
There you go. It's too bright.
I try not to get sunburned.
I think if someone was trying to be really sympathetic to Eleni Binge's Greek roots, maybe. Because it is a Greek dish.
Another reviewer says,
the melodies are simple.
Can't argue with that. I think
I kind of will disagree a little bit on that. Like, some of the melodies are simple, but there are some complex little...
which song is complex, do you think?
Well...
That's a recipe. The songs are in the back.
But some parts aren't.
So next review. Now, this one might sound like a compliment, but it gets at sort of the fundamental... perhaps fatal flaw of the band. Perfection and precision are subsumed by an overarching playfulness. Is it arcing or arching? Anyway, obviously, though we read the New Yorker, we're not that high level. Anyway, so in other words, the band is playful at the expense of actually getting the notes right. So the next review is...
minimalist, weird guy/girl duo Beloved Binge are a fun and goofy outfit. New Haven advocate.
Well, you know what? Yeah, that's... Oh,
Now they're in the ocean. You never see those glasses.
Goofy has been a term that we critics have used for the band pretty much throughout their tenure. Quirky is another term that I hear a lot.
I mean, they wear bow ties, right?
Yeah, who does that?
Yeah.
An enjoyable, albeit slightly goofy, indie rock duo. And that, again, is the Duluth Budgeteer. The Duluth Budgeteer did have some qualms, apparently, with... Or do they not have qualms? I forget if you have qualms or you don't have them. But anyway, they had something. Another review, which also sounds like, a compliment masked in an insult, which, honestly, a lot of the reviews are like that. And if you'll notice on the band's webpage... bless their hearts, they do the best to mask the negativity and just highlight the positive aspects of the review. In some cases, the quote is only music, quote.
With a sound as infectious as this, Beloved Binge can keep singing Lordy knows what, and people will still listen.
You see, they appreciate the lyrics.
Yeah.
It's just sort of a sampling of that era for the band, which some have say was their golden era. Doesn't bode well. The next album, Pockets, is a favorite by many. In fact, I've got a copy here that the band mailed to me desperately. They sent me a couple of copies along with the vegan cupcakes. Don't know what they're thinking. Bribery gets you nowhere, but...
This band has been known to create their own genre.
When the Beloved Binge paid for some PR, they actually were defined as jangle pop. However, their current bass player adamantly disagrees, saying they are not jangle pop. So, as a critic, I'm not sure what to do with that information. Vocals are quirky and unrefined. There was another marginally popular blog, but even this blog, it's called Gimme Tinnitus, did not commit to fully reviewing the band. In fact, they included them on their not posted mix, meaning they didn't have the time or were not motivated sufficiently to actually review them, but they included them on a roundup of bands they might get to should they have had the time or liked them better.
To give a 50-50 split, should we give one positive review about this album?
No. From the 3 or so critics who have reviewed it, this is definitely their hit album, and too bad it was almost a decade ago. The next album, Never the End, I don't have anything to show you because the band just released it digitally and, to my knowledge, did not really promote it that much. This is the band's latest effort.
And we mean effort.
Critic reviews for Signals. Did you hear anything?
No.
That's because there haven't been any. They did get a mention recently for the show that they just had. In that mention, here's what it said. I think this is their first official review for the album. Joining Northern Liberties, excellent band by the way, on the Bourbon and Branch show are electronic rock duo Camp Candle and Beloved Binge, an indie pop two-piece new to Philly, who hails originally from Seattle. Would you consider that a positive review?
I would consider it neutral and incorrect.
Some have said that the live shows are better than the album. In fact, they're not a band that you would ever take home to listen to. I agree. One quote from a famous local musician in Durham, North Carolina, did say to the drummer, Eleni Binge, "It looks like you're struggling." And you know, that's not an easy look to achieve. But let's look at some footage from their show last night. Roll it.
I don't know this camera. I asked you for help.
It's not the top.
Thank you.
Oh, I like that.
The struggle is real. I'm not only seeing Eleni Binge struggle, but it does appear that Rob Beloved is having some problems.
Yeah, is that guy like going blind or something?
This has been Critic number 2,
Critic number 1.
live from the beach.
We love the beach. Sometimes. Freaking climate change. Speaking of their live performances, I don't think people are there to like listen to you babble in the mic half your set. Just get off the stage if you have
Yeah,
nothing else.
what else? Why are you lonely? Why are you talking so much? Like, did
come
somebody
on.
come here to hear a poetry reading?
No.
I don't think it's you're that funny.
No, it's like a rock show. They're in the wrong business.
Wrong business.
The world can do without, believe me.
And I think the laughter, any laughter that you hear in the audience is a nervous laughter, pity laughter, maybe.
Yeah, my take on this whole band is retire, you know, let the next generation come in. I know it sounds rough.
But they still did have one good album.
10 years ago. I guess you don't want to interrupt anyone on their vacation, huh? Jeez.
Thank you, Critic number 1 and
For-
Critic number 2,
Yeah.
for taking time off your beach vacation to talk about the worst reviews we've ever received. This has been Behind the Binge.
Or Beloved Binge, and thanks for watching.
Our next show,
It's going to be on the 15th of May.
oh my god.
I know it's at the Yoga House.
Our February 15th at the House of Yarga, not Yoga. And
'Cause I thought I could do some yoga lately.
it's with the band Gate and another band from New York, actually, called Le Big Zero. So thank you for everyone for your subscriptions. Not only that, but your comments. We did have some people send us reaction videos. However, we were sworn to secrecy and not able to share those with you.
Oh